Hi, this is Mrs. Anderson, and I've made this video for you today because I wanted to review for you the practices for using images when we are in our class. So you'll be using images a lot for PowerPoint or Google Slide presentations, for an upcoming writing assignment that you have, and I want to make sure that you are using those images correctly and not stealing from other people. Remember that this video will stay on my YouTube channel, Anderson SF Lancer, so that way you can review it throughout the year. If you forget what it means to properly attribute an image, you can also stop the video or fast forward or rewind as you watch it. So let's talk about what people probably used to do before this class. So they were told they had to have a particular image or picture within their presentation. They'd go to Google, they'd type in what they're looking for, and then they'd hit the Images tab. Now, what you've hopefully remembered from class today is that those images are often copywritten material, which means you need to actually get written permission from the person who created that image to use it. I understand that that does not happen very often and probably did not happen in your past, so to avoid stealing from those individuals, what we discussed today is this idea of using images that are Creative Commons. So what's Creative Commons again? Creative Commons is a designation that an artist has given that their images can be used legally within your presentations or within your projects, and they can be shared and they can be built upon. Now, the best way to find those Creative Commons images is doing a Google Advanced Image Search, which is quite easy to do and something that I'm going to show you how to do next. So what you're seeing now is a screenshot from my computer. Instead of just Googling Lego, which is what I was searching for images of, I went to my toolbar and I typed in Google Advanced Image Search. So I used those words and then I hit return. And you will know that you have found the correct Google Image Advanced Search because your screen will look exactly like you see here. So notice that I have indicated what I'm looking for. I typed in Legos, that's what I'm looking for. But the important part of this advanced image search is what you see down here that I have circled where it says usage rates. What you want to do is you want to use this little arrow to make sure that you indicate you are looking for images that are free to use or share. So it's going to exclude all copywritten material or anything that be questionable. So what this search is going to produce you with are images that you are allowed to use for this class. And I just wanted to give you an idea here of how many images there are out there that are Creative Commons, that different artists are saying, please go ahead and use this. I'd like my name to be out there. I'd like people to share my work so that it is more widely known, and they've given you permission. So I've got a ton of choices here, and at this point, what I'd want to do is decide which image I am going to use. So of all these images, this is the particular one that I'm going with. I like the Lego, Mario, and Luigi. So I go ahead and select it, and then what a lot of people do from now is they save this image. If you're on an iPad, you can save it to your clipboard, and that's what you normally would have done. What I want you to do is something different. You aren't just going to view the image. In this case, I want you to visit the page. And I'll explain to you why it's so important that before you do anything with the image, you visit the page where it came from. So when I selected the view page, this is what I see. So you'll notice that there's a number of websites that specialize in Creative Commons work. One of those is Flickr, which is what we're looking at right now. This image came from Flickr. Another one is Pixabay. There's another one called Wiki Images. But you need to see where this is coming from, because now that you've decided you'd like to use this image, you have to properly credit the artist. And there's a number of things that you're going to need from this page in order to get the information to credit the artist. So you may be asking, what exactly do I need? So let me show you. So I have the information laid out for you here. You need to have the title of the picture in quotation marks by followed by the artist's name, so whoever created this image, followed by the website title. So if I found the Mario and Luigi Lego image from Flickr, I would have Flickr on that first line. The second line is going to be web address link. So if I wanted to, I could click and find the image quickly. And the last thing that you need to indicate, the third line of attribution or giving the artist credit, is the license. And in most cases, in all cases in this class, you're going to be letting me know that you have used a Creative Commons picture as opposed to a copywritten picture, unless you've gone ahead and gotten specific credit from the artist and permission to use it, which has never happened so far in all my years of teaching, but just in case. So now if we return to the image that I was looking at, the Mario and Luigi, you can see where I'm finding all the information that I need to attribute my source. So first of all, I needed to know the artist's name and the name of the image. So the image itself is Lego Mario and Luigi, and I'm going to underline that in green here and put a little box around it. Now, a lot of times when artists, especially on Flickr, put their work on Flickr, they're using a pseudonym. They're using a replacement name rather than the real name, kind of like I have a YouTube channel name, but it's not my actual name. It's part of it. So in this case, the artist is Brick101. I would need to know that information as well for my attribution. I would have to know Flickr. I would have to also make sure that I copied the web address, which you can't see on this slide, but you know would be at the top of the page. And then the last thing I need to know is what kind of license. I want to double check that my Google Advanced Image Search did return a Creative Commons license for me. So let me show you how I indeed know that this is a Creative Commons license. So you see this part right here where it says some rights reserved. I'm going to click to see exactly what the rights are for this photograph. So when I clicked on that some rights reserved, what I see here is attribution non-commercial 2.0 generic. You don't have to worry about what that means, but what you do want to look for is right here. I'm circling where it says CC. That stands for Creative Commons, and you see that you are free to share and you are free to adapt this picture, so it's okay for you to use in class. So this is what my finished product looks like. I was able to save my picture to my camera roll on my iPad, and then on the first line underneath the photo, I'm indicating the title of the image in quotation marks, Lego Mario and Luigi, by Brick101, the name of the artist, from Flickr. Then I have the website link so that somebody could find that image if they're interested in seeing it or learning more about Brick101. And then the third line just indicates that it is indeed a Creative Commons license. Now, if you aren't looking at Flickr and you're looking at Pixabay or you're looking at Wiki images, be prepared that you may have to spend some time looking for the artist's name or looking for the license, but when you click around, you will often find if you visited the page where the image is from, you can get all that pertinent information. But if you have problems, there are a couple things that I would like to remind you of. So here are some final thoughts. You may, during your search on a page, find out that it says no attribution is required, and that is the case with many Creative Commons images. However, for the purposes of our class this year, you must indicate that this image comes from somewhere that I consider appropriate, which means Creative Commons, and I want you to credit that artist, and I want you to give me the name of the work and the website where it came from. Now, what you will notice is that sometimes you can't find the title of the image, that artists do let their images go untitled in many cases. And if that's the case, just start with the author's name. So if the Mario and Luigi photograph didn't have a title on it, I would just say by Lego 101 from Flickr. So if it is untitled, don't let that hang you up and just continue with your attribution from there. So we are going to be practicing this soon, and so I hope that you feel a little bit more confident about what you need to look for and how to correctly find an image for English class this year.